Hey, Thabreakmasta here, and it's going to be my Hyouka episode 14 review. This was a great episode. I really enjoyed this episode here. I was just rooting for the classic club, like yeah, go classic club, go cook, because there's like a cookout going on. You know the whole the whole thing about this cooking stuff that Satoshi wanted to do, and he wanted Chitanda and Miyaka to help him out because Origi ain't gonna do it. So that's what was going on basically in this whole entire episode. So basically how it all got set up is first, Satoshi had to go meet up with the executive committee. Chitanda had to go see if she can like persuade some people to sell their books at their stands, and Miyaka had to go do some duty at the manga society because they needed her to make some posters and stuff like that. So she needed to be there. So she wasn't gonna make it in time for the cook-off, but I mean, she thought she could. It depended on the time. But it was like at 12:30 where she had to really meet up. That was her time because she's the last person to cook. Because there's a time limit for each how this contested stuff works. Basically, you got 3 people, right? And I guess you cook for 30 minutes each for each of them. And so that's an hour 30 minutes. And so they have to cook their dish. And if you cook the dish, you get like a certain amount of points and so on and so forth. Basically, so if someone doesn't cook or there's a missing person out of that group, or they didn't make the dish in time, that's deduction of points, or they get no points, so on and so forth. You know how it works. That's how it went, basically. And so, like I said, Satoshi was going to go to the executive meeting. He was talking to some people, or talking to this person, and apparently something got stolen again in a different club. And then not Miyaka, but Satoshi's like, huh, yeah, I heard something about this other thing going on too. And so it was just like it started intriguing him. He was like, he had this weird smile on his face. So that also indicates, well, we're gonna, like I said, he's gonna do something within this freaking cultural festival that he's gonna be like, oh my god, so much energy wasted. I mean, he's gonna have to do this. I'm just saying, because this guy is stealing stuff. I don't know who this is, but some dude keeps leaving notes and he's stealing things. So it's just like, I think this is part of his club thing. I guess I don't know what he's like looping the third now. Just stealing things. I haven't run into like what's going on here. So that was one of the intriguing parts I want to bring up in this episode here because it comes back. And so basically the cookout happens. Satoshi and Chitanda were there and they're getting ready, but Miyaka didn't make it because she's still drawing right at the moment. So, but she didn't need to be there yet because, like I said, she's the last person to cook. And so Satoshi ends up making this little dish and stuff. These are getting kind of intense and stuff. He got the dish done pretty quickly. He didn't know, like he looked like a novice when he was cooking. Basically, he wasn't all that great. But then when Chitanda went in there, the announcer's like, "Oh my God, look at Chitanda." She's like, "Who is this girl?" She's like freaking being beast. She made like a bunch of food like in her time. Like seriously, she was just doing great. Like she's a great cook. I also forgot to mention that Satoshi was going up against Tani. As you know from the last episode, Tani was like, we're gonna challenge you at the cook-off and see who wins. Basically, let's see who wins at the end of this, basically. And so this Tani dude, before the cook-off even started, he had this actual chef guy to come and help him win. Like he was serious about this. He really wants to win this, apparently. So I'm like, alrighty then. This guy's just like really bullhead cut, man. Come on, what's up with this? So I'm just like, alrighty then. So they were cooking and everything. Chitanda was amazing. The announcer was like, oh my god, who is this girl? And the announcer was like weird too. Like one of the announcers had like this beard and stuff, and he like barely talks. Like I said, it felt like an Iron Chef because the thing is, they have a table and there's all the ingredients for you to get basically, and then so you get the ingredients. You get the ingredients and do what you got to do with the ingredients. And if you run out, you can get help from outside assistants to get some more food, and that's how it works. So if you do run out, you can get some more. So that's what was going on. So like I said, Chitanda making all that food, doing great, bam, bam, pow. Chicken, she's great. She's great. Yeah, she's awesome. So she ends up making all that food, right? It kind of messed them up a little bit, but for the fact that she made all that food, that was great, right? But she used all the ingredients. So there was nothing left to really use to make anything else. And so then Miyaka ends up hearing it's her turn. She's like, oh crap, I gotta go. And she didn't even finish coloring it, but she did draw it. And you guys see those drawings in this episode here, where she was drawing and like the other girl drew. Was it Madoka Magica actually she drew? Because it was some magical girl, I think. But yeah, she ends up drawing this girl. Amazing. The art was great. And then she was also drawing something looked pretty freaking awesome too, but we didn't get to see the colors because she had to leave. And so she was trying to get through the crowd because there's a bunch of people there. She's running and stuff. And she finally make it over there in time. But when she gets over there, there's nothing to cook. All she has is like onions, green onions, and like something. There's something else. I don't think it was a potato, but there's something else. There's barely anything she can do with the food. You know what I'm saying? So it's like really not much she can do. So she's sitting like, think, think, what can I make? What can I do? Oh my god! Like she's like stuck like this, and so there's only 10 minutes left, and the time's just ticking. It's ticking. They don't know what to do, and before all the I asked, I think it was when Chitana was cooking, or Riki ended up getting these customers, and they were treated by this gun that they had. They're like trick or treat people for some reason. They had like pumpkin heads on. It's like trick or treat. I don't know what's going on. And this girl's like, yeah, like it was weird. Like I said, you gotta see the episode. Like the episode, it was weird. But yeah, they come in there. They ended up wanting to sell some cookies. That's what they're trying to do. And so Riki's like, I want some cookies. Like it was weird. He really wants some cookies. He's like, okay. And they were treated by that gun. And he's like, oh, you want that gun? Well, I'll trade you that gun and give you one of the issues of this book if you just give me 2 cookies. And like, okay, sure, here you go. Like it's no brainer. They really wanted this gun for some reason. So they ended up trading it off. Ended up getting 2 cookies. And also they gave Oriki a complimentary wheat flour. And I was like, what are we gonna do with wheat flour? Like, why would you be walking around with wheat flour? I mean, you probably make cookies with it, but like what? You know what I'm saying? It was weird. It was weird. I was like, okay, like that's what he got, and he's like, oh yeah, he's eating the cookies and stuff like that. He's been watching the whole contest going on outside too, by the way. So yeah, as he hears all this, and he's like, oh crap, because Miyaka's now it's turn. She's trying to cook. He's gonna call Satoshi. She's like, Satoshi, and stuff like that. And Chitana's like, huh? Wait, you hear something? And so Satoshi's like, okay, can you be quiet for a second, announcer? Because I need to hear something. And so he ends up hearing Oriki, and Oriki ends up calling him over there. Oriki drops the wheat flour to Satoshi and passes it off to Miyaka, and then she has something to cook. And so she ends up making this food with this rice that she had. Though she could just make some rice. I mean, if there's rice left, I'm just saying. But yeah, so she ends up making this thing over rice, and so yeah, she ends up finally making something. It was like the way how stressful it was. I don't know. I really enjoyed that. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna make it in time because there's only like a minute left where she can make it and stuff. But she makes it, puts it on there, done. And so she finally makes it, got the points and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, they win. I was like, yes. Like it was epic. It was pretty epic. I'm sorry. I really enjoyed this episode here. But at the end of the episode, because the problem is she didn't have her ladle. She didn't know where the ladle was, and so she's trying to figure out where the ladle was. And here's what happens at the end of the episode. Apparently, the ladle was stolen. Yep, and the person that stole it, his name is Jumanji, or maybe it's a group called Jumanji. I'm not really sure because this is an unknown person that keeps stealing stuff. This guy keeps stealing everything. He's the person that stole those stones. They stole this other stuff. I mean, he's just been stealing a bunch of things. So now he stole this ladle. So I'm just like, this is gonna get interesting. Like I said, Riki's gonna have to get into this. Watch, he's gonna have to get into this, and this is where the Classic Club might shine in this. I think this is what's gonna happen. The Classic Club is gonna investigate on this whole stealing of things now, and when they do, and when they figure this all out and everything like that, that's gonna like provoke people to go buy their books, and so that's how the books are all gonna get sold, because it's gonna give them more publicity and figure out how this things get figured out and stuff. So like I was saying, this is gonna be very interesting. That's I think how this all gonna like pan out with this whole cultural festival, because I think there's one more day after this. So like this is gonna be very interesting. I'm believing this is what's gonna happen. So like I said, Oriki's gonna have to buckle up and get his energy and gear, because I mean, if you think about it, he's been charging up for 2 days now. He's been sitting there for 2 days doing nothing. So he's gonna have to do something at some point. So this is gonna be really cool. The manga club is pretty freaking epic. I'd probably be in that club right there, because like I said, those drawings are really good. I wish I could draw that good. I draw pretty well, but that was on a different level. Some different level stuff, man. but yeah. So what do you think is gonna happen in the next episode, Axe, if you think about this? Like, cause all this stealing is going on. Do you think that Oriki's gonna have to jump in and try to figure this all out? Cause I mean, if you think about it, come on. If Satoshi knows about this, and then Chitana hears about this, because I think she already has, because she heard that girl in the tent, and that person stole her card. She's like, I'm gonna be interested about it. Tell me and stuff. You know how she is. So it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, whether he likes it or not. It's gonna happen. So what are you guys' thoughts on this? I really want to know what you think of this episode here. But actually, I really enjoyed this episode. Really, really good. Leave your comments below, tell me what you think. Like this review, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more Hyouka reviews. So yeah, it's been the Breakmaster, and until then, break out.